Hi guys, Cheesette Cowan, CEO of Real Estate, excited to talk to you about a dynamic topic that I know everybody has questions. I had questions about this before I understood what is the difference between coaching and consulting. That's what this video is about. However, I'm going to add a layer of what's the difference between coaching and training, but really this video is about coaching and consulting. Those are two very distinct needs of and ways of support that you can grow your business, and they require different things from the person that's the coach or the consultant, and they also require a different posture from you. So we're just going to get into a dialogue about the difference between the two. I'm going to layer training in there because that seems to kind of always get looped in with coaching, and people don't understand that coaching is not training, training is not coaching, and coaching is not consultant, and vice versa. So let's get into all of that in this video. Get your pens and paper ready. So before I get into this video, I just wanted to do a quick recap of what this video is about. This video is about, do you need coaching or consulting? However, I did not want to get into that without explaining first the difference between coaching, consulting, training as well, because it makes it into those spaces. So here's what coaching and training and consulting are. Training people is telling them what to do. I love that. I mean, it's very basic, very to the point. Coaching is helping them understand how to do it better. It is, if they know how to shoot the ball, helping them become a better shooter. Coaching deals with all of the fundamental layers in our thinking, our approach, our mindset, our perception, all of those areas that are blind spots. The coach's job is to get in those spots, to stop and remove, mitigate risk, pay attention to, put plans in place for things that are hindering performance. That's what coaching is. I am a coach. I love coaching because there are a lot of blind spots that we all have in our life. And the reason why I say blind spots is because everybody has some, so everybody needs a coach. I believe to God that I am a great coach because I work really hard at being a great coach. However, I still need a coach because even as I'm elevating and growing through what I'm learning, there's still blind spots. There's still areas in my life that I have to account for growth in those areas and lack of growth caused by those limiting beliefs, those mindsets, those old thought patterns, etc. So the coach is going to push you forward into that next level of development past the plateaus. That's why people that are in coaching go farther faster. When you don't have a coach, you may still get there, but just imagine driving and not having anybody to say, you know what, can I get over real quick? And then somebody be like, oh yeah, you could get over. You imagine having to do that the whole time you're driving. You're going to get to your place, your destination 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes late because you don't have somebody there to watch your blind spot. Coaching is imperative for that because in business, you have so many blind spots. One, because you've never been a realtor before. Even if you've been in real estate 5 years, there are people that have been in there 15, 20 years. They know stuff that's coming up in your blind spot that they can tell you about, help you prepare for. Even more than that, they can see patterns in their industry and watch and see when you are going down a detour path so they can help you do that and help you get ahead of that in real time. What happens when you don't have coaching, however, is your money is impacted because as you're learning, you're going to have to slow down to spend a lot of time to make sure you really get that concept. And while you're doing that, you're not making money. Because let's just say you have a systems issue and you're going to try to figure out how to how to solve the systems issue. It could take you 2 weeks of that. Whereas me, if I come in because my business is built on systems, I could come in and look at your business in 5 minutes and tell you where the bottleneck is. And I have about probably 5 to 7 solutions on how you can solve it. That's where the consulting comes in. Coaching is getting you to be aware of all of these nuances and pieces so that they don't affect your performance now or later. Consulting, totally different. Consulting is me using the business expertise that I have as a CEO with a background in business, 10 years in corporate sales, a master's degree in corporate communications and marketing. It's me taking that level of training in telling you what to do. It is not, see, when people are in our scale to seven, this is why you have to qualify to be in our scale to seven. It is not for everybody. It is really a business coaching and consulting program for people that are at a level of business where they are really looking to consult with masterminds around ideas on how to move their wealth paradigm forward. Coaching is when people are struggling, how to get them to the next level. My one-on-one coaching program is not for people that are struggling. They pretty much have a handle on their business. They know exactly what they're doing. They're making money and they just want to make it easier. They just want to make it more systematically. They just want to make it without having to work after 5 or on weekends, or having to give up everything in their life so that they could have a business and make money. And that is something that I've mastered. So I'm able to coach you if you're in a place where you're trying to get to the place of the 6 figure mark. And that's why we created the Blueprint program. It is a coaching program for agents that are either not at the 6 point mark or trying to get to the consistent 6 figure mark, meaning you're making 6 figures month over month or year over year. We prefer month over month. However, once you have consistently reached 6 figures month over month or year over year, then now your next level is not more coaching. Your next level is business consulting. And our blueprint program is great at getting you to understand all of the back end stuff, all of the system stuff, getting you to get your client attraction funnels out there. When a year or so, we want to take you fully out of the lead generation and move you into a business consulting role so that now we can start to strategize on how to make more money in less time. And I say this all the time, it is easy to make a lot of money in a little bit of time. It is hard to make a little bit of money in a lot of time because time kills deals. So you have to create something in your business that allows you to systematically make money. This is what I tell my clients. If you can't wake up to notifications that you have payments in your account, that's the wrong business idea. However, so many of my clients are because they're successful in their business, they're so busy that they don't have the time to really sit down and structure out the best path to get to $1 million, because they're working hard to hit that $350,000 mark. But here's what I know. I had an agent reach out to me. He made 350, I think, the last 2 years. I said, listen, if you're making 350, it ain't no reason in 6 months you're not making $1 million. Whatever you're doing, let's get in and look at how to 10x that thing. Because whatever you're doing that's bringing you these referrals, let's figure out how to go from 10 referrals to 50. And that's a system and automation issue. That's not a skill set issue. That's not a mindset issue, which is what coaching and training deals with. Training will deal with the skill set. Coaching will deal with the mindset. This right here is straight business, and I love it. I work exclusively one-on-one with my scale to 7 clients, and we have a CPA, we have an accountant, we have a bookkeeper, we have a marketing director, we have all of these people designed to be consultative professionals, because we get together and essentially we are the think tank for your business and your business ideas. And we are strategizing on ideas to bring your business to the next level. A lot of that includes ancillary businesses, because if I can show you how to open a title company and take the buyer leads that you're already having and run them through a title company and make an extra 250K there, I've just showed you how to double almost your income without having to do anything more. You add the layer of the mortgage company, that's another 250. Now you're making more money on ancillary businesses than you are in your regular real estate business. Okay. Then you start a moving company and you make more money in that. And then you can decide if you want to do real estate. You can pull yourself completely out of that. Start a team and let the team run the business. This is what I'm talking about, retiring. Okay. Because when I tell you you're not going to work your way to the 6 figure mark, this is why, if you don't understand the difference between training, coaching, and consulting, you won't know which one you need based on where you are. If you're having a problem with lead conversion, that is a skill set issue. That is not a business issue. You don't have a problem with business. You have a problem with your skill set. You improve the skill set, you improve the conversion. However, if you are having a problem figuring out where the profit is in your business, that's not a skill set. That's not a coaching moment. That's a consulting moment. Because now, if the money is coming into your business and you just can't figure out where it's going, now we got to take a deep dive into your books. Now we got to make sure we restructure your business accounts and make sure we restructure your outgoing and accounts receivable, and we do line by line checks on where money is going. We're accounting for data. A lot of that is doing budgeting up front. So that's the consultative professional, because I'm looking at your entire business and determining what you need. And then once we decide what you need, we have a team of everybody from real estate attorneys to contracts attorneys to attorneys that help us form joint ventures. Everything that my business community needs, the consultants that I'm coaching that they need, I put that in place and it's part of your fee that you're already paying in coaching. So it is imperative that you understand this, because as you start to elevate in business, your needs are going to change. And I think a travesty that I have experienced before personally is being in a training program when I should have been in a coaching program, being in a coaching program when I should have been getting consulting. You have to understand the difference between the two. I'm going to reiterate this just in case you missed it. Training is telling people what to do. Coaching is getting into their mindset, their limiting beliefs, their perception, their values, their belief system, anything that would hinder them from working effectively and showing them how to do what you trained them to do at a higher level. It is essentially going to help them get to the next level. Consulting, however, is somebody paying you for your expert advice to come in and advise them as a business and to be a think tank for the ideas in their business. Ideas are what generate money, not work. And you'll never hear me say work harder. You'll never, never, never hear me say work harder. I want you to understand that ideas generate money. Ideas that you put plans behind generate money. Ideas that you put plan behind and you have a system and a tool to work that out, make money, and then you get somebody else to do it. This is how you build a business. What I'm talking about is fundamental business stuff. And a lot of people, they don't know business. So even though you have a passion, you have to have somebody that's going to really sit down and teach you about business. If you want to go to school to get an MBA and learn all of the textbook stuff, that's great. However, we used to have what was called an apprenticeship. People would get into a company and say, "Oh, I want to be I don't know, a nail tech." And they would study X amount of hours under somebody. For some reason, we've taken that away, and everybody wants to be the expert up front. The reality is you grow through each level. And as you learn more, you do more. And as you become better in that skill set, you may go back and help the people before. So somebody that's benefit from coaching can take what they've learned and train somebody else. Somebody that's benefiting from consulting can take what they've learned and coach somebody else. So I want you to understand it's training, then coaching, then consulting. And that's a CEO task. CEOs don't need coaching. Here's why: they're aware. That CEOs are very self-aware, not just of the industry and what they're doing, but of their own limiting beliefs. Yes, they still have to have a coach. However, their coaching is going to be a consultant coach, not just a coach to help them with mindset, because typically CEOs are constantly working on their mindset because we're constantly learning, evolving, learning new things, figuring out that what we thought we knew we didn't know. How many of you know that that's an ever growing and ever changing part of business? It's just a reality. And as CEOs, we grow and go through that. And I just really hope that as you're watching this video, you are figuring out what stage of this ball game are you in. Are you at the stage where you need training? Are you at the stage where you need coaching? Are you at the stage where you need consulting? Either or, our blueprint program is designed, it's a coaching program. It has a training component because we have found that it is most effective to put those two together. So while we're coaching you on how to do the business better, we're also training you on new habits, because a lot of the habits that you learned were not business habits. They were habits for sales, and that's only going to take you so far. We want you to have sales training on top of business training on top of sales training. Those two need to marry together for you to have a successful business. So hope you got value out of this video. Hey guys, thank you for tuning in and watching that video. I really pray you got something out of that. This is one of those conversations that I know that even though we talk about it a lot, it's one of those things where we really need to have more conversations around it. I think frustration sets in when you feel like you need training but you're being coached, and you know you need coaching but you're being trained. And because we don't clearly define those in a lot of spaces, or we put them all together in a lot of spaces, it creates frustration in the mind of the person that's reaching out saying, "Hey, I need support." So I wanted to make sure that you guys understood the separation of those three and how that works, but also understand that at the CEO of Real Estate, we have silos for you. If you are trying to get to that six-figure mark and you haven't reached it yet, our blueprint program is helping people do that systematically. And in a year, we can get you there. If you've already reached that point, but you're not consistently hitting that number, you're not consistently making six figures every month, every year, and then you feel burnt out, this is something that either one is for you. However, I recommend business consulting if you've already hit the six-figure mark, because you've already worked through a lot of the training issues, and now mindset is probably on the rise, and now we need to start having business consulting conversations so we can get some real wins in your business. So check us out at the CEO of realestate.com. one stop shop for everything you need in your real estate business. And I'm excited to potentially work with you.